Hello, everyone. I'm Mark,
And I'm Rob.
and welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown, one of the hottest and best sports talk shows on the planet. And guess what? We're at 980 subscribers. Our goal is 1,000, and we're this far away. Of course, by the time you see the video, we might be over, but we still need you to subscribe either way and hit that notification bell when you do. And guess what? Our live shows are Monday Eastern time, every Monday except for major holidays, 7 to 8. Please join us. You can call in or you can type in and make comments, and we can talk about topics. And you want to debate something, go ahead. That we feel free to do that. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and make intelligent, non-insulting comments down below. Rob, okay, big news. The first big news was Redick was signed as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, which is a 4-year deal. I found it interesting. They didn't put his salary for a while, and then finally I found it. It wasn't the initial announcement, but it's $8 million per year. I don't know why there was a delay on the salary. Maybe it's because they just said, "Hey, by the way, it's signed," and that's all they told the reporters, and they went out. But I thought it was interesting. I couldn't find his salary at first. It's $8 million a year. He has no experience head coaching, but there has been several coaches throughout the years that had no head coaching experience before. But here's the coaches that got hired as a head coach without coaching experience: Steve Nash, Derek Fisher, Steve Kerr, Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, Vinny Del Negro, Isaiah Thomas, Doc Rivers, Larry Bird, and M.L. Carr. And I was concerned, Rob, because anytime a white coach gets hired and he doesn't have any coaching experience, I was concerned, oh man, that doesn't look bad, because there's not as many black coaches as there should be, given how long blacks have dominated the league and played in it. But Rob, if you look at their names, Nash, Kerr, Negro, and Larry Bird, only 4 are actually white. One's biracial, Jason Kidd. So Rob, total them up. There's 10 that they listed here, and 5 are black, 4 are white, 1's biracial. So I don't think you can infer anything that fact that people are hiring coaches without experience. That's all I want to say about that.
He said he's coached his kids' basketball team, so he has no experience with that. But
he also does a podcast with LeBron James, which is one of the reasons I think he got the job.
So yeah. So he got the job. I mean, I kind of knew that's who they're going to hire. It was kind of easy. It doesn't surprise me at all. That's who they're going to hire. Was him. I mean, and like I said, he doesn't have experience, but he got coached by Coach K, so he can kind of pick his brain, probably pick from him, and then experience as a player, and how he we'll see how he relates to the. Now it's not about how much knowledge you have of basketball. Now it's how you get along with the players. So that's the main thing.
Right. Well, if you didn't learn something from Coach K, you weren't paying attention.
Right.
So that's probably helped him get the job, because they all said, well, he has a high basketball IQ. Well, he's a good commentator on ESPN. I think he shows his intelligence there. So, but maybe in the interview he showed it, his high IQ. But they gave it to him, and we brought that up because the Lakers is, of course, a glamorous franchise, and there's news, of course, of Bronny James going to the Lakers, possibly. He worked out with the Lakers and the Suns, and that's it so far. Doesn't mean nobody else is going to work out with. And the Lakers, by the way, have the 17th pick and the 55th pick, and the Suns have the 22nd pick. And he was in college. Now, he had a heart issue, so he only played 1 year in college. And so I'm not going to jump on him for his stats totally, but they're not impressive. 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and his shooting percentage was awful, like 366 for a shooting percentage, 481 for 2 points, and 0.267 for 3. And I'm told he's a good passer. I've never seen him play. I've just saw highlights, and he's a good defender. His steals was 0.8 and his blocks is 0.2, which is probably pretty good because he didn't play many minutes, though.
They said at the combine that he was doing very well at the combine, which means nothing to me. It could be anything. It could be he ran up and down the court really well, whatever. So, I mean, to me, they said he was good at the combines. I'm like, one of the better players. I'm like, maybe they're just trying to build him up. But
we'll see.
If I was a GM, I'm not drafting him at all. Not at all.
Well, he's got good size for a guard. He's listed at 6'4".
If you draft him and then you pass out on a player from like those. There's a couple of good players. I can't remember names, but there's one from Connecticut. There's a bunch of them much more ahead of him as far as skills. And then they do better, and you draft him as a project. That's kind of a wasted draft.
Well, I'll in defense of him, his minutes weren't that high in college, so that's why his points and stuff aren't as high. He's listed at 6'4". I'm going to assume that was a combine height, but I can't verify that. I didn't look that up, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. LeBron James has backed off having to play with his son, and his son says, I don't care if I play with my dad or not, either way. I just want to make it in the NBA. So we don't know if it's going to happen. It puts JJ Reddick in a pickle.
Yeah.
How much playing time he gives.
I mean, it really gets. I mean, being a coach, I mean, usually you get the fans or the fathers on the stands telling, "Why aren't you putting my son in the game?" Now, LeBron's going to be right there in front of him on the bench might be saying, "Hey, JJ, put my son in the game." So,
Rob, now they expanded their rosters from 12 to 15 through the years. The 15th player doesn't make any difference on whether they're going to win a championship or not, to be honest. Just like the 12th and 11th player on the Olympic team that people are talking about aren't going to make any difference whether they win an Olympic title because they don't get the playing time in the key moments anyways. Only the top 9 probably, 10 do. So It's not going to make any difference in terms of them winning a championship, whether he's on the team or not. It's not like they're giving up the 5th player on the team for him. They're giving up the 15th player for him.
Yeah, but
still, so that's something to think about. But
but still, you want to put somebody on the team that's a rookie that's going to at least make an impact.
Yeah, well,
right away.
No one's 15 player never makes an impact, Rob. Let's be honest.
Well, I'm just talking about if you're going to draft somebody you're drafting somebody who's going to be you want to at least not drafting because he's going to be 15. You're drafting because you want him to play in the game.
Right. He is athletic though, but he was only like 20th coming out of high school. He wasn't even in the top 5. I think he was ranked around 20th best high school player coming out, which is good, but it's not something that you think could make in the NBA a year later. Especially with those numbers, and he did have a heart condition, so
we'll
see what happens.
That's what I'm really glad. I mean, that's my only concern. I'm glad he got through that, and I hope he's still recovering from that, and everything's all right with him. I would think that's more of my concern is more his health than being a pro basketball player. I
don't have a strong opinion on it, but we'll see what happens. It's up to the Lakers. It's not for me to decide, anyways. But that's interesting. So, anyways, JJ Redick's the coach. He may have Bronny, he may not. He may go to the Suns. Who knows? That way he's like, pardon the interruption, was talking about it. They go, we've got teenage sons. They don't want to be around us.
Exactly.
He's like 19 now or something. So I guess he's technically still a teenager. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, we got a live show Eastern time, 7, 8. You can talk about it's every Monday, except for major holidays. You want to talk about this, you can. You want to debate a topic with, you can. Someone who wants to debate about whether Caitlin Clark is over or underrated. I said, come on down. Let's go. I'm ready for that discussion. He's going to win easily, he said. We'll see. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And we're looking for subscribers, 980, like we said, and we're going for 1,000. We won't be there by the time you see that, but we're not there right now. So hit that subscribe button and the notification bell when you do. And please make intelligent, non-insulting comments down below if you'd like. All right. Thanks for your support. And
peace out.
Have a nice, good weekend.